Do or do not. There is no try.
Here in the beginning of this video, Kratos and I are going to do the strikes against one another. Here I'm going to sprint to him, he's going to strike me down right there. That's the strike. You do this simply by pressing your R1 button. Here we're going to reverse, he's going to sprint to me, and I'm going to strike him. Here it comes, right there. Free tumble, free kill, once again, the strike. This is a very good move. If you can get it down, do it. I believe every character can do this except Yoda. In the upcoming clips, I'm going to explain the science behind these, how to do them, and their many uses. If someone's walking forward, to knock them down, you must strike them from behind. Here's your example right there. The same law that applies to walking also applies to slow running, which you're about to see right here. Just strike them from behind. It's that easy. If someone is backpedaling, then all you need to do is strike them from the front, just like that, and it'll knock them right down. If someone's sprinting, it actually doesn't matter where you hit them, just so long as your saber makes contact with their character when you do strike. Right here, I think I just hit him from the front. Yeah, kind of from the front, the left side. Like I said, it doesn't matter, just make sure your saber makes contact. I wanted to throw this clip in here just to illustrate what not to do if you want to knock people down with a strike. You can see I strike him from the front as he's walking forward, which it doesn't work, it doesn't knock him down. Hit him from behind once again. Once more, this clip here demonstrates what not to do. Kratos is going to backpedal. I'm going to strike him from behind. You can see it only damages him when we want to tumble him too. To do that, we have to strike from the front. Here I'm going to slow this clip down and give you some tips for a particular scenario. Kratos is going to sprint at me, I'm going to strike, miss, and then block his push. This is scripted, but you get the idea. Obviously, if you miss your strike on an opponent, you want to block as soon as possible. Now, some people are going to fake you out and cause you to strike, and as you're striking, they're going to use that window to push you and then tumble you and then kill you. I love to do that, it's hilarious. A defense for such an approach, really the only thing you can do is use the buildings as cover and just use your strike sparingly. Be smart with it. Once more here, I'm going to slow down a clip, just take a few short moments, and hopefully elaborate upon what I just said regarding the strikes. Here, Kratos is going to sprint towards me, I'm going to strike, miss, he's going to turn around, push, and kill me. Obviously this is scripted, but you get the idea. Why would you strike here in the courtyard? I'm not sure. It's wide open, and there's not much cover aside from that little evaporator over there, and even then, those things are pretty unreliable, and to be honest, quite easy to get pushed through on the sides. For me personally, if I was going to strike in an area like this, I would need to know two things. One, that I can hit my opponent with my strike, and two, that he's not going to fake me out. Because smart players are going to exploit the risk involved with striking, and they're going to use that against you. I love to do that. Best case scenario is that you are in the city or a place with a lot of cover, and so that even if you do miss your strike and your opponent gets to push off, you still have a very good chance at recovery so long as you are positioning yourself well. Keep these things in mind when striking. It's definitely going to help you. Here I'm going to show you the double strike with Darth Maul. It's quite easy. You just simply press R1 twice while holding forward on your left stick. Here it comes right there. As you can see, it tumbles them in addition to the damage. You can do this with various characters. For instance, you can do it with Sidious here. It's the same concept. Push forward on your left stick while tapping R1 twice. Right there, and it tumbles them and does the damage. It's a nice alternative to the backslash, especially for this character. Here you go, once more with General Grievous. The double strike in action. Push forward, tap R1 twice. And if you want, taunt for good measure, especially if it's a noob like this guy. Here, I'm going to demonstrate what not to do if you're trying to do the double strike, which is let off your left stick. Here it comes, right here, I let off. You can see it doesn't tumble him. That's because I did not push forward. This law applies to all three characters, Maul, Grievous, and Emperor. And as far as I know, those are the only three characters who can successfully do the double strike. But maybe I'm wrong. Feel free to correct me on that. Here I'm going to slow this one down so you can get a better idea of what the heck is going on. Here I'm going to push Kratos, and then I'm going to aerial him while he's still in the air. I call this an aerial stun. You're going to see I stun him right there. It also does damage, of course, and he can't do anything until he lands. This is definitely a good thing to do if you can catch someone in mid-air before they aerial you. Once more here, I'm going to slow down a clip and show you the aerial stun. This one's a little different though, but still the same idea. Here comes the stun, of course with damage. Now I'm going to land before him, and he can't do anything until he lands, so that gives me a pretty big advantage. I can just kill him right as he lands. This is definitely something to keep in mind. Of course, this is one isolated scenario. You can do it all over the map. Just use your imagination. Once more here, the aerial stun in a different context. You can see he's below me, I'm above him. He's going to try to sprint, jump, and get on the villain's nipple behind me to get a height advantage. And I'm going to foil his whole plan with a double jump here, then an aerial stun. Just like that. If I was smart, I would jump back and aerial again, which would kill him. But you get what's going on here. Basically, I'm just ruining his whole approach and damaging him. Here's one last example for you regarding the aerial stun. He's going to multiple jump up to me, try to get me to backslash and then aerial me. A lot of people love to do that. They fake you out with their jumps and then aerial you as you backslash, but I'm just going to take matters in my own hands and aerial him. You can do that. You can see here we are, we're landing, and I've damaged him. I can easily kill him if I wanted to. Now here I'm going to show you the strike stun, which kind of operates similar to the aerial. Here he's going to sprint up the ramp, and then I'm going to strike him. Just like that, you can see, look at that, he gets stunned in midair, can't do a thing. Here we go again, strike, stun, just like that. Here's one more context of the strike stun. It's based upon chance though. He's going to jump, I'm going to strike him. I actually struck before though, and that's why I say it's based upon chance, because you can't really react to his jump and strike. You just kind of got to strike and hope he's going to jump as you strike. I'm going to give you one final example of the strike stun here. Kratos is going to jump in front of me. I'm going to react and strike him. This one isn't by chance, of course, because you can react. Here he goes. There I stun him and damage him in the process. He can't do anything until he lands. Alright, so the strikes, the double strikes, and the aerial and strike stuns. I hope between these three things you have at least learned something new. If not, then hopefully we can get something new for you to learn in the next video or so. I just want to make a note here before this is over though. Be wary of becoming too reliant on any of these abilities. You know, you don't want to make yourself predictable. Like I said, smart players are going to exploit things. Smart players, they recognize patterns, and they're going to use that to their advantage. Once again, I hope this helped. Thanks for watching. And as far as the sinister tips questions go, I'm just going to dedicate an entire video to the three that we have right now. If we get more though, I'll try to fit it in there as well. Once more, thank you for watching.